glad to have you join us on Business Cutting, and today we're talking about the business environment of Nigeria in comparison with other economies of the world. Now, with me in the studio has been Mr. Obi. Let me leave the bonatus.
Yeah. No problem, no problem. Okay.
Okay, so you're welcome to the show once again.
Yeah,
now,
thank you.
before we went on that break, we've talked about the business environment, what the challenges are. The major problem between the government and the people is that the awareness and the synergy is low.
Yes.
For businessmen to even benefit from their programs.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in this segment now, tell us what you think that the government can learn, or Nigeria can learn from other developed countries of the world in relation to business.
Yeah, thank you. What happened to Nigerians is that many of them don't learn from other countries. For example, now in China, everybody is into production, and when they're into production, they produce massively.
A good number is into production.
Yes, they produce massively, and when they produce massively, the country is gaining. They are gaining from their people. They make more big money. If you go to Turkey, that's another place where you can go to their rural areas, and you see them producing something and shifting it to Nigerians and other parts of the world. So, in essence, government is supposed to provide enough electricity, trying as much as possible to help Nigerians to stay in their villages. How do they do it? You carry light to their own villages, and when you do that, it will reduce rural and urban migration.
So one of the greatest challenge that makes people to migrate from their rural environment to urban settlements is because of the light.
Yes.
Yes. Recently I got to know about a place, I wouldn't want to mention the name of the place, that there has not been light for the past 10 years.
Yes.
Children were born into not having what electricity looks like. And I'm wondering, looking at where I stay, and looking at, because where I stay, there is sufficient electricity.
Yeah.
I must say that. Now, looking at where I stay, and looking at that kind of a place, it's like we are not in the same country. It's like we are like north and south here. So what the major thing is, how it can be balanced, how the world can be balanced, how how we can promote equity in the Nigeria environment. So I understand the point you're coming from. So let's go forward. Aside the electricity, what next do you think needs to be put in place?
Infrastructure.
Okay.
Infrastructure in the sense that the roads are bad. It happens I come from the eastern part of Nigeria, and the roads are, in fact, the roads there are nothing to write home about. In the sense that both the past and present administrations have just forgotten those areas. What happened in terms of this corruption, I thank the present government who is trying to make sure that the corruption reduced to a minimal level. I know in our place, some of the federal roads that was awarded for years back, somebody will get the money and pocket that money. Nobody will ask questions. And even if individuals try to ask questions, they will try as much as possible to frustrate the person. How can a road stay for 20 years, and every year they will award the contract, and somebody will pocket this money from the eastern part of Nigeria, and nobody is asking questions? The individual cannot do much, in the sense that the government who's supposed to act are not acting.
Like I traveled to one of your states, I wouldn't want to mention it as well.
Yeah.
I traveled to one of your states, and from what I've been seeing from media and social media platforms, I saw that there were good roads. But the day I visited, I saw a different ball game. I was like, is this what I've been seeing? These are two opposite ways. Is it that a small place was repaired and then was now being shown to project that there are good roads? And this is why we send the wrong message to the people. If I'm not from there, like I'm from the northeast. Now, if I'm not from there, I had this perception about that place that the roads are perfect until the day I visited. So I believe that issue of corruption, that issue must be really followed up. Aside the fact that it needs to be followed up, I think there is need to be creating a measure to watch out the outcome of the investment, the outcome of money released for programs in to develop states. I think that's a great thing to work on in Nigeria.
Yes, what really happens is that uh, governments are not helping matters, more especially state governments. They are not helping matters. I happen to come from.
But the people are not talking. With the same set of people that are supposed to react to this, they are not reacting.
Do you know why they are not reacting? If you react, they will come and arrest you as an individual. What can you do? That if it is massive, that would be better. But Nigerians are individualistic. If you know, it doesn't concern me. Look at that kind of language. But one thing I will tell you is that, like in my village, I have to thank Olusegun Obasanjo, who has to visit my kindred 2 times in a year. There was a lot of industries that was built in my place, more than 5 industries. And these industries are working at that time. And there was a very big erosion problem. This man came, he saw it, he awarded the contract, and when that job was finished, he came back again to see how whether that work is done. That is how government is supposed to react. You don't stay in the office and tell you that that work they have just finished it.
So there is need for a follow-up in essence.
There is need. I went to Anambra State. They were telling us the second Niger bridge is almost finished. But if you go there, what you will see, in fact, it will marvel you that nothing is being done. So we are calling governments to come and help us. In some certain occasions, the government, for example, I'm from Imo State, and I know of a philanthropist who wanted to bring light from Olo to Uruala. And when he asked one engineer how much it will cost, they now told him it will cost so amount of money. What they did, he now gave some money to do it. But when the government heard about it, he said no, that he shouldn't do it. That government will do it. As I'm telling you, more than 10 years ago, Uruala in particular has no electricity.
Wow.
I happen to come from that particular place. And I don't want to counter any government at all.
Yes.
In order not to be, maybe they will tell me that I'm partisan. But let the truth be told. Our governor tried in one way or the other. He is serious, getting awareness, not doing the work. It is very wrong for somebody to give you a job. And you know that you cannot do that job. And so at the same time, that work will not be done. Or they will just carry one caterpillar, grade it and collect that money and eat. Where do you put it? So let God help us. Let God touch the heart of these our administrators.
Well, we take a short break there. Now Nigerians are serious prayerful people. Like you've seen me, so I'll be praying for Nigeria. Now, the thing is, he's made a point that awareness has been created without the job being done. Now, that is a strong point which should be worked on in Nigeria. Now, for you to know the business opportunities available, stay connected. We'll be right back.